This is not gonna be long. I'm gonna put this here. I'm wearing this for Papa Loco as well. Hold on. Let me pull everybody in. See. Pull her in. I don't want her to talk to Jay last night. Hey, pull. Hey, hey, what's up, my spiritual brother? Let's see. I still, okay. So here's my thing. I'm a little late starting. Hold on. Okay, I'm a little late starting. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started. And everybody, Grand Riches, and everybody catch up with me. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Grand Abundance, Grand Abundance, Grand Abundance. Welcome in, welcome in. So I'm going to, all right, hey. I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started because I am running late, y'all. But literally, see, the first time I tried to do this, y'all, the live messed up incredibly. So, like I said, this is my 1 year anniversary of being a Houngan. And my Voodoo name for Haitian Voodoo is Ashade Ban Houngan, which means I ain't never scared. But literally, who knew? I wanted to do my tribute to my godparents, Misha Nino, O'Neill, Abba, and Ima and Abba. I wanted to do my tribute and my thanks to God, as well as the ancestors, as well as with the Loa. And I didn't say that in the proper order, so forgive me for that. But literally, who knew that God would orchestrate a plan like this? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely in other paths, but and has been initiated before. But I think before I start this, I'm going to go ahead and say this, okay? I'm going to get some things out the way first. Number one, I wanted to clear up something, and I think there's a misunderstanding. There are 4 steps that you take in this process of your journey. Now, let me say this. When you take these processes, you're learning to connect with the Loa, you're building your relationship, you're learning about them. The second step, and no, I'm not going to put a name to them because I don't want too many people running around saying they this and they that, okay? So, the second step, the first step, you get a cleansing. You literally get what's called a lavitet. You get a cleansing. Whatever needs to be broken, it'll be broken at the time. The second step, you literally connect with the Loa. You know what I'm saying? You literally start connecting with them, building your relationship. The other step is the first Kanzo, which is the third step. Now, the third step is where you're learning certain things, because I'm not going to get into a whole lot about what you're learning. but you're learning certain things and you're getting a deeper relationship with God and the Lord, your ancestors. But I wanted to get that clear out the way because of a discussion. Now, my last step is Hades. And I wanted to clear that up real quick because so many people get it confused. You know, just because you have your first console doesn't mean you have your final initiation. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this, as Iman said, Mishanino. There's levels to this. There's depths to this. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's more to this than what meets the eye. I didn't say everything because number one, I'm not going to disrespect God or the Lord doing so, just to be truthful. But me and Ima have known each other, I believe 5 or 6 or 8 years. Hold on, I forgot to invite my twin. Man, how did I forget to do that? That's my twin. Like, how you forget your twin? Anyway, let's go. Are y'all still in here? Because it doesn't show me at all. I probably got to go get my tablet so I can see comments. I don't know if y'all can see me or not, but I am gonna. Right, it doesn't mean you have arrived. It's another level of learning and discipline. Exactly. Okay, perfect. Thank y'all. But me and Ima and Abba, I believe Alex and Shirley have known each other for a while, like some years. Like, this is not me jumping into Vodou. Matter of fact, Haitian Vodou. Because let me explain it like this. The first live that I ever did on here, on Facebook, the first thing that I cleared up, and I remember saying this, whoever hears this live can actually back me up. But when, hey, what's up, bro? Brand Abundance. So literally, it's some people that can back me up that heard my first live when I first started out. I had said I wasn't Vodou, I wasn't Ifa, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was naming off my paths that I wasn't what I wasn't. Okay, I kept it very real at that time because I wasn't in any path like that. You know what I'm saying? And when I said that, who knew how God would change your life? Okay? How your path would change. And I remember the first time that I met Mishanino Ima was on a live. And like I said, y'all, listen, I was trying to unalive some folks. She came on her live. It was on her other page. I believe it's Mimi Nino, the other page. She went live on there. And I remember this as clear as day. Because when I say that I was trying to do something, I was trying to do something. And literally, y'all, I was literally, hold on just a second. Let me invite this person, just a couple of other people right quick, while I'm doing this. Okay, there one. Okay, I got one more. One second. Let's see. Okay, is it gonna let me? Nope. Well, I tried. And literally, y'all, okay, to continue what I was saying, literally, now by this time, y'all, she had already read me in the comments. Okay, she had already came in my inbox. I remember the first time because it was a dream that she had. We had whooped people off the property, okay? We had literally whooped people off the property in her dream. Like, we want somebody out. You hear me? And during the time, I had just ordered the Papa Legba candle. But before then, I remember seeing her live, and I was like, dang, do anybody see that? Like, you talking about being a $2 hoe. I was a whole $2 hoe, okay? And I'm sure y'all have heard me say this before. But literally, what I mean by that, I was crying. You would have thought when she was receiving gifts, you would have thought I was receiving the damn gifts. I think at that time she was living in New York. But literally, we knew nothing about each other. And we met, when we finally talked, that was the dream. Then she would go live. I would say, why are you saving lives? Like, you don't even know you saving lives. Because I had done spiritual work. I was going to take some folks out. I was able to mess with my money, my habitation, and my life, and what was mine. But literally, I didn't know then what I know now. You know what I'm saying? And this is over the period of 5 to 6. I believe we working on year number 7. Year number 7 or year number 8. But we've known each other a long time. This wasn't some overnight process. Too many people, they just jump. They don't take the time to get to know anything. Get to know the person that you're dealing with. Like, build a friendship, build a family like bond, like talk, build one. You know what I'm saying? Don't just jump into one. And I'm so thankful by the way that God orchestrated it. Now let me say this, because my grandmother had a lot to do with it, because she had picked her. And she was showing me stuff in the live. I'm like, Grandma, come on, put it down. That's her, Grandma. And I was like, you telling me to pay attention? I'm trying to pay attention, but you picking up stuff. She was like, you should get one of these. And I'm like, Grandma. Like I said, if I don't see you come in, it's because it says 0, because of the fact that the live is running slow. So if you don't mind, please speak when you come in, and let me know if you're still here. I'm just checking because it's not showing me nothing. And I think I'm finna go get my tablet so I can see if y'all are commenting or not. Give me 1 second. Oh, man. Oh, okay. I see you. And I'm going to try to be not rush through it. I'm going to try not to rush. But I know how many percentages is on my phone. But literally, when I say literally, because you said, right, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean you have arrived. But literally, when I say got to know each other, I think at that time we were saying family and fam. I believe I was saying family to her, and she was saying fam to me. Because we was building the bond. You know what I'm saying? At that time, we were building the bond and getting to know one another. And when I tell you that in this entire time, I'm grateful. Now, there's a lot of paths that I had heard about. In some readings, they were telling me, you should come this way. Even down here in San Antonio, they tried to get me to join Elay down here, which was in Sandaria. And Apollo, they were trying to get me to join up, and I was like, no. I'm over here, and that's where I'm going to stay. No. because I just didn't want to do it at the time. And so literally, I was really, fighting a lot. And at the time, you never know what God will use to heal you and make you accept your call. A lot of people would not think that, that would happen in this process. But it truly did. It truly did. Grand abundance. Because I can see the numbers on the other one. So if you see me looking down periodically, it's so that I can see if you commented or not, or what have you. Grand abundance. And I can also see who's coming in. Because on here is not showing me. But on the other one, it is. So literally, grand abundance. It doesn't show me the names yet. And I think that's because both of them have a slow connection. But literally, when I tell you that I am truly grateful, even when I didn't understand then the plan. At that time, my heart was, really cold at that time. And God used her to kind of chip away at my heart. He was sending other people to chip away at my heart. I believe at that time it was, her name has changed. It was Gigi, Tiffany, it was Rachel, Ramona. It was Stephanie Nicole. Oh, it was quite a few that was coming around me. My twin, now before them, my twin was literally coming in around. If I don't see you, please forgive me, because it's not really showing me. I think what I need to do, and I'm going to comment from my other tablet, y'all just look over it. I'm just going to comment and see if it'll now kind of show me who's all in the room or what have you. But literally, I literally was like nowhere near, because at that point I was, and to be honest, I was seeing darkness. I was not, saying anything about light. Now, did I do healings? Yes. Was I charging for readings? No, not really. No. And I can be honest about that. Not really. Because I was so busy trying to hide it. Like, I didn't even want people seeing who I was in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You had to really be able to see me. And I mean, see me to see me. Because I was not allowing it, okay? I was not allowing it at all. I was not allowing it. Literally. Grand abundance to whoever had come in. I was not allowing it at the time. And God said, okay, you know what? I got a secret weapon. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. And the first one, like, you know how stuff don't make sense to you right then? Nothing was making sense to me at that time. Nothing was. It's like my ancestors were pulling me in so many directions until I couldn't even get my mind straight at that time. And this was years and years ago. Couldn't even get my mind straight at that time. I was still here in San Antonio, but yeah, I was living on West Avenue at the time. And couldn't get my mind straight. Like, my ancestors was pulling me, like, try this path, try that path, try this, try that. I was like, no. I don't even speak Russian. No. I was like, all I know is die. I was like, no, I don't know enough Russian to be doing so. I understand some of the things that, that go on in Russian magic. I didn't know enough of it to be doing it. Put it bottom line, I didn't know enough of to be doing it. But, and it was Twin who first helped me by, Obia, we started talking about the different spirits, naming them off and stuff, And then after that, but sis, why are you crying? Wait a minute, y'all. Why are you crying? But it's true. Nothing really made sense. Even, me understanding from a kid, it made sense with Obia, seeing how that I got initiated. But at the same time, I was like, why is my grandmother started calling me the voodoo child? Why is, you know how you still have those questions? So I still have those questions. Now, y'all, I still didn't catch no hints, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even when by one and my mom Bridget showed up on me and I seen the get A. Like, they came in my room and wouldn't leave. Yeah. Because I was like, no. Because I don't know any Russian. Who finna do that? I don't know enough of that to be talking to no deity, to be talking to no spirit. I'm like, no. I'm not doing Chinese. I'm no. I was like, nope, but no. I was literally saying that. But like I said, who knew? God had a plan. Now, I was also left-hand path. Now, what was funny, I learned Samaritan. I learned the Hebrew. By this time, little did anybody know at that time how well I knew the Bible. I never really spoke on it in a lot of conversations. If certain things come up in life experiences, I would talk about it, but I wouldn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of kept my cool. Because I think me and Twin, after knowing each other 5 years, finally admitted to being spiritualists. Yeah, that was before she said anything about Obia. We admitted to being spiritualists. That we had altars and stuff. We was like, I never forget it because she wrote a post. She wrote a post. And when she wrote the post, she said, how many of y'all in here practice magic? And all of us went, me. You would have thought that if we were singing a song going, me. You know what I'm saying? Because literally, the group that we had was a BDSM group. And no, I never said anything. This was during the time she was doing breeding sessions and stuff like that was there. But we would have spiritual conversation knowing we reading one another. We had them gave each other a past life reading and everything. And see, at this time, I really didn't let anybody know what I was. I didn't trust anybody. I really didn't. I didn't trust a soul. Like, you didn't know what kind of magic I practiced. Hey, Willow, Grand Abundance, welcome. And this is one of the ones that was around me at that time. I remember when I first met Willow, it was in a mutual live. And it's funny because, let me see. Let me invite Tiffany. Because Tiffany was how I met some people too. I'm celebrating my 1 year anniversary of being a Hugan initiated tonight. So I'm giving backstories. Giving real good backstories. But literally at that time, Willow is one that can tell you. I kept saying that I was darkness. I really did. Like, anybody would have said anything to me about being any kind of light, I was telling them, no, I'm darkness. I love you. I was literally saying, I'm darkness. No, I'm just a dark worker. I'm just this, I'm just that. And no one really knew. Now, the people that I did work for, they knew like the one young lady that was going to have a miscarriage, and she was supposed to be deceased along with the child, and she knew, but nobody said a word, and that young lady is still living, and so is her and her child. No one knew that I would go to the light, and do healings, because I was like really keeping stuff to myself. And Willow was another one that was like, I'm not afraid. It's like I was listening to Eminem through her. I'm not afraid. I'll take a stand. and we would talk a lot. But who knew that that God literally had a plan? You know what I'm saying? For my life. Who knew? And I will be honest, Willow was very instrumental. We would have late night conversations and everything. Also, Willow, thank you, because, oh God, if it wasn't for you and a plethora more, and I already named them, but if it wasn't for y'all coming and for me and you to maintain and still talk, I don't think that I would have got to the point of meeting Misha Nino during that time, because you was helping me stay sane. You don't know how many nights you was helping me stay sane. Real talk. Because there were nights that, Lord have mercy. Because at that time, I was also working at the time, and then I remember when I was no longer working, and then we went through the whole COVID thing and ended up in the hotel. Now, that's where we had already swapped numbers. That's where, we had just swapped numbers. That's where me and Iman Misha Nino asked to speak to one another. Listen, I missed that too. And I know no matter what, your family always will be. Always will be. Anybody harm you, let me know. Always will be. That's my sister for eternity. But literally, as long as God is allowing, that's my sister. But literally, when I tell you that the night that me and Iman talked, I think I was getting ready to purchase a reading. And even though, and I'm going to say this, even though it was around drama that we spoke, I'm so glad for the drama, because it was a setup to get to where I needed to be and to get my heart open. And you know what? Willow, you'll be glad to hear this. I'm getting my joy back finally. I'm finally getting my joy back. And for me, that's a lot to say. I've been smiling a lot more. I've been smiling a lot more than usual. But literally, that night, and I told her I was going to get a reading from her after we had this talk, because I think we had 2 conversations dealing with this individual, and then I had got a reading. And let me tell y'all something. I had never sat down with an individual and literally the spirits run up on me like that, except with my grandmother. And let me say this to my grandmother. Miss Fannie Mae, lady, you're a bad woman. You're a bad woman. Boy, you know how to set a person up good. You and Mr. Yahweh up there had a long discussion, didn't you? Because y'all know how to set a person up good. And when I tell you that literally we talk, I got a reading, and y'all, the reading was so on point. Grand abundance, or welcome back to whoever came back in. Because I can see the number on my tablet, so if you see me looking down, you already know. I know I have felt that Remember when I told you I saw your light and you were like, but family is so beautiful. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because I told you I was darkness. I remember telling you that. Because I was so trying to hide that light. I swear to God. See, what I had done, before I tell y'all about this reading, what I had done, you know how like the movie Bad Boys, I believe it's Bad Boys #2, where he says that he had this box, right? He said, we're going to put that in there along with your mama's titties. So I had put the light, being in the prophetic, anything that had to do with healing, grand abundance, Iman, grand abundance, grand abundance, grand abundance. Up there, I'm talking about you, just so you know I'm talking about you. I just want you to know. Grand abundance. And literally, I literally had put the light, anything to do with healing, anything to do with the prophetic, I had put it in the box. Then I said, okay, I'm going to throw this into the deepest ocean that I can find. And grand abundance, Miss Sue, I love you. Welcome in. And I threw it into the deepest. Y'all see me looking down, it's because I can't see the numbers there, but I can see the numbers down here. So if you see me looking down, grand abundance to everybody that came in, unlimited. So if you see me looking down, it's because I can see the numbers here and I can't see it there. So please forgive me if you see me look down, because the response will come here first. And literally, I remember I had put the light and everything in a little box and had threw it away. I was like, this is where this is going to go. And this is where this is going to stay. You know? And literally, that's literally what I was trying to do. You know, stick it in a little box. So, now, I'm going to get to this amazing reading, okay? I remember it plain as day. Because I believe before we got to this point, Iman at that time, she wasn't my godparent yet, y'all. She wasn't my godparent yet. But she had mentioned Dantor wanted me to have that reading with her. And I said, oh, okay. All right. So I had went and I had worked my job. I was done working that day. And the guy, he had refused to pay me. So I said, well, Miss Dantor, I said it just like that, y'all. I said, Miss Dantor, if you want me to have this reading, then he'll go ahead and pay me. That money hit, and I had my Cash App then. That money hit, and I shot it straight to him. Because I was like, woo, that was fast. I was like, that right there was fast. That right there was fast. And she shot it. Now, y'all, we were supposed, and I remember as clear as day, because we were supposed to start the reading at 6 o'clock. But the Loa had her tell me, hey, can we start it now? I know it's 5 o'clock, but can we start it now? Can we go ahead and do this so they can stop? And I was laughing. I was like, yes, ma'am. I was a little nervous, y'all. She didn't know it, but I had a Coca-Cola. I had water. I had a lot of stuff right there to literally in front of me. Grand abundance. And literally, I had all my stuff set up. Because I was like, I'm a little nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm a little nervous. Because I'm thinking to myself, she didn't know this at the time. Misha Nino did not know this at the time, which is now my email. But literally at the time, she didn't know. Oh, wait a minute. What will I say? I remember it was such a pivotal moment. And woo, I was ecstatic for you. I remember soothing you over the. Yeah, I was nervous. Because literally, I couldn't even get my thoughts together. I was like, what am I supposed to say? And now in my head, I'm like, I done seen all these spirits on her, like, where they do that at? You know, like, this woman have been live. And this is stuff I was saying in my head. I'm like, I'm not going to say that I'm crazy. Then, yes, Willow was on the phone with me because I was like, Lord have mercy. Help me, God. So, get the reading, right? Get the reading. Y'all, she starts off the reading. She's telling me, you dripping wet. And I'm like, you know, I'm still like, man, I'm darkness. First thing they get is, woman, is the box. That I buried all the light, that I buried all the stuff in. The first thing they do, hand this woman a box. I said, wait a minute. Who's being petty? Who gave her the box? So she's like, I see light. Darkness is not you. That's not all. That's not. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if you ever hear her say, with all due respect, be prepared to listen. Okay? Once she hits you with that all due respect, just go sit back, go make a mental note, go write it down, go do whatever you gotta do. Go do it. Once she hits you with all due respect. Okay? Once she hits you with it, prepare yourself. Because now, at that time, y'all, let me say this. I had another godparent at the time. I did. I had another godparent. Now, the other godparent, didn't see some of the things that was in that box. Not to say that the woman wasn't capable, but she didn't see it. Some of the things that I knew, that young lady did not know. And when I say young lady, believe me, she was older than I was. Just didn't see what I saw, and I'm going to leave it at that. But literally, and I think Willow was the one that was on the video chat with me and nephew. When she asked me to change the weather, I see the face. Iman, I see the face. I see the face. I see the face. I see the face. Look, then the other comment, no comment. I see the face. I see the face. And I see the, no comment. That's because they are aware. They are aware. That was an experience. And let me explain it this way. If your godparent don't have good intentions towards you, don't have the heart, and will fight you in the spirit just as well, damn near in the physical, don't keep that one. Okay? Don't keep that one. Do not keep that one. Quiet tape. Quiet tape. I didn't like that one. I know. But there were certain things that you did find out that other people did not know about me and my gifts. I banged my phone off. No, not banged it off. But yeah, I remember that because, yeah, and another thing, let me say this. If your godparent is controlling, listen, Linda, if your godparent is controlling, and if it's not their idea, if it's not the way that they say, if it's not the way that they do, don't keep that one. And if they are quick to put one on you, if you catch my drift, don't keep that one. I am going to say that. Don't keep that one. Real talk. Don't keep that one. But literally, like I said, with Misha Nino, let me say this. When she said, I was mad at smartphones because I wanted to slam it down. I know it. But I had to go through that to be able to help other people. Let's just be honest. You never know a pure heart until you went through with somebody with a messed up heart. And I'm going to say it like this. Not every godparent I had was able. Yeah, she tried and failed. She was trying to take me out of here, bro. She was trying to take me out of here. But literally, like I said, for those who are looking for elders, let the Spirit set it up for you. Don't just run out and get one because everybody say you gotta have one. And I'm gonna tell you this. If you get a godparent that's intimidated by you, that's threatened by you, wrong godparent. Wrong godparent. Exactly. And I'm going to get to that. Now, back to my godparent that I have now, Misha Nino, Ima, with a pure heart, with a pure soul. Like I said, y'all, they gave her that box. They gave her that box where I had buried the light, buried the healer, buried the one that knew the word of God, buried the one that was a prophet of God. You know what I'm saying? I had put all of that in that box. Okay? All of that. All of that was in that box. And sit down to this reading. The first thing she says to me, with all due respect, you know more than darkness. You have a lot of light in you. Like I said, y'all, I was thinking, who gave her the box? And I'm going to tell you what I actually said in my head. Which one of you, goddammit, gave her the damn box? You're not supposed to bring that up. Listen, I was literally going through it, and I was saying, but ma'am, I'm nothing but darkness. Ma'am, I'm nothing but darkness. She was like, with all due respect, you are not just darkness. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the truth. I was going to get to that. It's the truth. You, Iman, you are that way. You are that way. You are that way. You are that way. Don't mess with your family. You are that way. You are. And y'all, this is where I'm gonna tell you this. God is, and I'm gonna say this, and I mean it just the way I say it. Okay. I said to God then, I said, you're petty. I told him, I said, you're petty. You're petty. How you gonna give her the box? Like, I buried the box. How you gonna give her the box? Listen, we love you. We love you. I have talked to you, Willow, when I was angry. I don't talk to Ima. I said, wait till I get to these uncomfortable conversations, y'all. I'm just giving the beginning right now. Grand abundance to the other person that came in, or welcome back. Grand abundance. If you see me looking down, it's because I can see the numbers when I look down, but I can't see the numbers when I look up because I'm looking at my tablet, just to let you know. Looking at my tablet. But literally, the reading. Let me tell you something. You ain't never had low eye or spirits to show up on you the way that these low eyes showed up. Let me tell you something. All I can say was pretty boy swag. Hey, pretty girl swag. When these low eyes showed up, you would say that on your live stream, and the more you said it, the brighter you came across to me. I remember you saying that. You just kept saying, ma'am. I did. I kept saying it, ma'am, 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 ma'am. And Miss Sue said it to me too. She told me, she said, even though you said that you was darkness, all I could see was light. But I remember saying to you, Miss Sue, that's because you have a pure heart. Because a lot of people can see that. I remember the conversation that we had. I said, because a lot of people can't see that. They would just see the darkness. Even at that time, I did not get it. It wasn't until Imam Mishanino explained that to me that a lot of people were not meant to see it. And so God would let the darkness show so that they couldn't read me. Because at that time, and she was like, people fear you, within the reading. But let me get to the lower. Listen. I have gotten a lot of readings before. I have. I've gotten a lot of readings before, okay? People have saw me as an ancient soul. People have saw me as a numerous of things and saw a numerous of gifts, okay? Never had I had anybody's low eye to show up while they're taking things out of the box where I hid things. And I call myself doing this in front of God. But never had anybody to take it out the box. I mean, when I put stuff away, I would put it away. She's right. I said, ma'am, no, I'm nothing but that. Ma'am. And I kept on. You would have thought I was a little puppy dog going, ma'am. And I'm studying thinking to myself now, who did this? But all of a sudden, the low eye started to appear. Now, the truth of the matter, they started to appear days before the reading. And they literally started appearing days before the reading. And when they would appear, the first one that appeared, I thank you, because I was trying to get her. And I was trying to get bro. I was trying to get it. And literally, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Literally, this is the thing that tripped me out the most. He was sitting in the chair. I'm not gonna describe everything, because I took an oath, and even then, it was a lot that I didn't say because I had some real life trust issues. I didn't like anyone saying they were scared or of you. I said, no, you're scared of your intentions being seen. You aren't scared or rude, but you're on your way to demons being seen. Hold on. But your demons being seen. I'm not scared of her. I love my family. I know it. I remember you telling me that. Because you sure wasn't scared. I believe it was Ramona. She said at first she was. But then she come to understand. Yeah, see. Now you hear the one pulling everything out the box. Says, I totally agree. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? There was those that literally saw. Now, I'm going to quote Tay Moore. Tay said, but I'm not scared. Am I lying, bro? Tay said, but I'm not scared. But there were people that literally was terrified to talk to me. There were people that was terrified. And I'm not going to lie, I represented darkness. I did. I repped hard. I did. I really did. But literally, let me get to this part right here. I'm not going to lie to you. When I say that my heart got changed, like I said, who knew the plan of God and the plan of the Loa and my ancestors? Especially my grandmother, Fannie Mae. Especially my grandmother. Who knew? Because she kept sending. She kept sending good people. She kept sending. And it's like they said, nah, we're going to have to pull the secret weapon right out on you. That is true. He never spoke online. But literally, in this reading, when I say Meragwe looked at me, and he had a serious look on his face, I was like, I'm not going to lie, I was sitting there like, hey, here comes society coming in. Grand abundance, grand abundance. When I tell you that I had a look on my face, because I was like, why is he looking at me like that? And like I described to her what he was doing. And it was so many of the Loa that showed up. And y'all, they didn't show up any kind of way. They didn't show up grand abundance, grand abundance. You all right. You all right. I knew you get here whenever you were done. I knew. Or you would watch the replay. But I'm so glad to see you. I love you, bro. But literally, let me explain this. Let me explain this. When I say royal, like the jewels on them, like, let me tell you something. I am truly a lesbian. I am truly a lesbian, okay? Like, listen, I chase women. I'm not bisexual ones, I chase women, okay? When these Loa showed up, listen, their swag was on point, okay? So on point, I was asking, can I get the suit? Can you let your boy get the suit, okay? I was like, man, the swag is on point. Like, royal, like jewels on their clothing. I was like, because the Bow One that I knew, my Papa Bones turned into Bow One. When I tell you, I was like, I didn't even recognize him. I was like, well, can I get the suit? Like, can I get the rings? Listen. Yeah, I did gasp. I did. I ain't gonna even lie. I was like, bruh, swag. I'm talking about royal. I was almost, listen, I was ashamed that I was in a hotel room at the time. It was during COVID. At that time, it was about 82 of us that had to go to a shelter that had gotten the Holiday Inn at that time, and we were all staying there. And when I tell you, I was looking around, I was like, I'm almost ashamed, like of being in the hotel. Yeah, they did. They did. Because I was like, can I get the ring? Like, and I'm going to tell y'all what she asked me. She says, so am I doing a reading? Or are you? Because I was like, they men, I don't do men, but like, bro, they ain't slacking. They ain't slacking. Like, the swag's on point. Like, they was just, and I was like, the sisters, I know they women, but they ain't playing. They got their swag on. Like, when I say royal, like, I don't use this word too often, but they were regal. It's like they never touched a speck of dirt. I almost wanted to ask about one, do you even do graveyard dirt, or you just say servant? I wanted to ask it. I did. Because, the swag was just on point. The swag was just on point. So when I tell you, I've done readings like that, don't get me wrong, where people would see some of the ones that I walk with, but, I didn't pay no mind to it, but like, for someone to reach into my soul, like, no, tell her one more time, bro. Tell her one more time. Tell her one more time, please. Because I mean like no other. Like, Medaway had me second guessing myself, like, bro, did I don't think I killed anybody this week. I ain't do it. I've been good. Like, I was questioning myself. The way that he was staring. And then she was reading my soul like it was just, she was reading my soul like it was a book in front of her. Like, just turn the page, now read the paragraph, read the next paragraph. Now, mind y'all, remember I said to you that I had something to drink. And I'm going to go back and read that, Willow. But remember, I said that I had something to drink, right? I had a Coca-Cola, I had water, I had all of that. Yo, I drunk it up. Let me go back and read that right quick. But Rue, the amount of people you helped had a purpose being there. Just my memory of that time. You spirit is what they saw, not where you lived. True. That's true. That's true, Willow. That's true. But that's what I mean. Like, who knew the plan that they had? Who knew? But see, I had 1,000 questions at the time. But let me say this. Because when you're in a unhealed state, and at that time I was, too many people had done me wrong. Had fucked over me. Too many people was doing entirely too much. Like, people were doing work at that time for me to lose everything that I had. It was just too many people doing too much for me. And that's what it had turned me dark. Like, completely dark. That's what really got it right there. But like I said, who knew? Because yes, I would do healings and stuff like that, and I would tell them, swear to me you won't say nothing. Like, I don't want a flock of people coming at me, telling me, let me get a healing, let me get this, let me get that, because I wouldn't do it. At that time, listen, and what was that? Iman, what was that, like 2 or 3 years? Willow, 2 or 3 years, or was it 5 years ago? But that means that we've known each other longer than that. Because, yeah, I lived at West Avenue, 2018. I think we finally talked once or twice, 2019. Yeah, because I sure did. I kept asking. I sure did. Because even at the time, I wasn't saying anything. I didn't let it be known that I was a healer. I didn't let it be known for too much, like I said in the beginning of the live. When I was doing lives at the beginning of my journey, dealing with Facebook, seeing me do my journey, Yeah, about the Papa Legba candle. Yeah, yeah. I lived on West Avenue. He was about to be done up something bad. Yeah, that was 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, we known each other a long time, man. Yeah, because I like to done him up about that candle. Because at that time, she had the smaller ones, and it was yellow and it smelled good. At least to me it did. I don't know if she put a scent on there or not, but it smelled good to me. And yeah, I was about to hurt that mailman. Like, bruh, why would you not deliver my package? Yeah, y'all better hear me. I'm still a little upset about that. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, 2018. 2019. Because my twin, I met her in was it 2012, 2013, or 2014? And let's just say we known each other about 12 years. And yeah, because we met during that time. Because I was about to hurt the mailman, for real. Because I saw that Ima had Misha Nino, for those who don't know, which is my godparent. She had Papa Legba candle. And I went and got that. Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all ever check out Gary Brown's, check his page out. Some of those posts that I have, I get from him. And those old writings that you see from Willow, those are hers that I be posting. But literally, I'm telling you, literally, yeah, I was about to say the mailman up, man. Listen, Linda, listen. He was about to catch that blow. He didn't bring me back that candle. It was going to be a fight. Because I said, don't make me have to come up there because I'm going to blow that up. I was mad, y'all. I was threatening them folks and everything. He brought me my candle, though. He brought it. I was mad about that. I ain't going to lie. Especially when I was watching him ride around too. That was hot. But literally, and let me say this. Now you know what work God had to do on me. Yeah. Listen, they got threatened. They got threatened real bad. They got threatened because, listen, I was on my way to leave the house when he brought the candle. He had a little attitude. I said, what you got attitude for? You the one riding around in front of me and then about to go out the neighborhood. Who you playing with? And I was like, give me a goddamn candle. And, I was mad. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad about that. You know what? You ought to post. Let me post them because I love putting them out there because it definitely gives people something to think about. A lot of people repost it as well. A lot of people repost it. But let me go ahead and finish right quick before we go all the way down memory lane. But y'all see how bad my temper was then. And y'all see, I was a piece of work. But nothing's impossible for God, but I was a piece of work. And like I said, very much so. Very much so. But right, no words. But listen, God had a plan because I was the type, I would yes ma'am a bunch of people. I remember like my past godparents and stuff, they would tell me, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Yes sir, yes ma'am, all right, yeah. Get off the phone, somebody missing the next week. You better hear me. Somebody missing the next week. And when they would ask me, why did you go and do that? Well, if they would have stopped fucking with me and stopped disrespecting me, I would go off. then they wouldn't be laying up there like that. Then nothing would be wrong. And literally, I heard her, and I'm going to tell y'all something. You ever catch this woman live? For those that have not caught her lives. I post up the past lives because they are timeless words. Misha Nino wisdom speaks eternity. Speaks eternally. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, she not lying. She not lying. I will never, and I'm gonna tell this story. I'm probably wrong for this. I will never forget the young lady that disrespected me on live. Now, y'all, let me say this. I didn't destroy her. I didn't. I said the spirit of truth. I said because she don't know how to fight. So I'm going to send the spirit of truth. This young lady talked to me and went right to went to Iman and said he was so nice. And if you look at what I said in the comments when we were in the chat, that I asked for the spirit of truth because I was disrespected on the live. And literally, the girl didn't catch it, that I was telling her it was you. She said, I asked for the spirit of truth too. Really? And she said, but I just felt darkness. I said, well, if you have darkness, that means that the spirit of truth came, but attacked the negative. I said, because the spirit of truth is actually the Holy Spirit that belongs to God. She didn't catch it. Listen, y'all don't make me a $2 hoe on my own life. Like, come on now, don't make me a $2 hoe. You know what? And it's funny you say that because that was my main problem. I had trust issues. That was my main problem. I had straight trust issues. Like, that was my main problem. And I'm honored through God, through the Loa, through the ancestors. Because even at that time, when you think that the healer has been put in the box, until someone like Misha Nino come along and pull everything out your box. But anyway, just you thinking you putting that in there like you on Bad Boys. You think you throwing it into the deepest ocean. And Med Agaway and God over there pulling your stuff up, talking about it's this, take this out the box, take all that out the box. Let that joker know. When I tell you it is a trip. Yeah, Tay was fussing about me saying the word kill. Tay was. Tay was, because I was quick to say it. I was quick to say it. Because I would say the word kill in a heartbeat. But legit, y'all. And I haven't even got to the half of it. But let's just say, and I'm going to point out some characteristics that when you get a godparent, we'll point out some characteristics. If that godparent is willing to sit down with you and say, number one, let me get the first one. Speaking of this godparent, Misha Nino, will call you and ask you, what you doing? Now, y'all, I would be in the act of some stuff. I'm not going to lie. Look, I'm guilty as charged, okay? I'll be like, nothing, just at my altar. Tell you what happened today. Because I literally, when I say I was going to take some people out, and if you ever get a call from Misha Nino, and she asks you what you doing, please do not lie. Please do not lie. Please. Especially if she goes up, don't lie. Yeah. Like that time the guy blew spirits at me. Yeah, I was going to do him something that next morning. And then Mama Dan tore. That's all I'm going to say. Mama Dan tore. Will give you a dream that will have you stuttering. So let me say this. When you had a right godparent, what walks with them is real. Yeah, I feel you. Because I would be like, I'm not doing nothing. And then I have to tell the truth because I was at my altar. I was at my altar. I would have to tell the truth. Now, when I wasn't doing nothing, I still stuttered. And I was like, what was I doing that might get me in trouble? What happened? Because I'm knowing she's looking directly at my soul over the phone. Like, what can you hide? For real, y'all. What can you hide? Especially when they done already told her. And like that morning, I would never forget it. I would never forget it. I did. I said, after she talked to me and said, well, okay, well, just give it till the morning. Because when I tell you, I was like, okay, I will, because I'm a little emotional. And I'm gonna lay down. But when I get up, I'm going to kill him. Mama Dantor. Mama Dantor. Let me say it again. Ezri Lee Dantor. Some say Ezuli Dantor. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen. Yeah, I remember that. You thought you was going to the office, to the principal office. She did say that. What did I do? What did I do? I ain't did nothing. I remember that. I sure do. Willow did say that. And I'm going to tell you, listen. I was going to take old boy out, okay? I was going to get up that morning. Ezri Lee Dantor. Didn't know Mom was sitting at her altar with Mama Dantor. I'm in front of mine. When I tell you, didn't think this through. Just like I said about old boys sitting up there trying to cast the demon out. And by the way, I mean this, that was not Belial. Please stop blaming Belial for every damn time something got to be cast out. Please stop that. Anyway, that was not him. Literally, I had told her, I'm going to kill it. She said, but just do it in the morning. I had no idea. She's sitting right there with Mama Dantor. Y'all, I go to sleep. Grand Abundance, welcome in. I go to sleep, y'all. Okay? Mama Dantor comes in all blue. It was a dress that you wore. It had gold. It was blue. I remember that dress from seeing it in one of the videos when you were mounted by Mama Dantor. And y'all, when I tell y'all, listen, Linda. When I tell y'all, that woman showed up, now, I'm going to say this, at that time I had bought her some Baca pineapple, okay? I want you to remember that, okay? Remember that. So, I see the man in the dream, but I also see, different people wearing, like, they had on solid colors, like solid red, solid blue, solid black. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had these colors on. And she tells the guy, let me speak to you back here in the back. Come in, let me borrow you for a second. Like they had a meeting. This man come out with her handprints that was around his neck. Okay? He's staggering out. I'm watching him stagger out. And the man drops dead. I'm sitting there like, ooh, Listen, if the one time you ever want to hear me, I was like, especially if you want to hear me even get close to speaking patois, I literally went, Lord have mercy, woo, Lord, I'm around with it. No. This is not how you go. Lord, no. And she sits down in front of me. Now, mind you, in the dream, it's Iman's body, but her eyes were pure blue. And I didn't pay attention to it. That she says to me, she says, you all right? Yes, ma'am. She said, you want anything? I was like, now let me tell y'all something. I was like, nope, you're not gonna kill me. You know, I'm saying that in my mind. I'm like, no, 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 I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. She was like, all right. She said, just sit on back. Sit on back. I sat back and I smelled pineapple. Not thinking she's drinking what I bought her. Yeah, she had told me, Iman had told me, don't do anything. I was, no, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. Literally, I'm like, I'm over here. I don't give a damn about him being Haitian, nothing. I was like, I'm killing. And she told me. Little did I know that Mama Dantor was going to show up. And when I described to her what she had on, her eyes and everything, listen, y'all. She didn't tell me that she had put it on mute. But she said she laughed at me. And I can't blame her. And when I tell you that she wiped her out, and this is what she told me in the dream. She said, say, be Lolo. I said, be Lolo. She said, say, be Lolo. Be Lolo. I woke up saying, be Lolo. And I had to ask Iman, what is be Lolo? What does that mean? What did she have me say? And when I tell you that I had never witnessed nothing like that, y'all, I was stuttering and shook. So I was like, no, she like dropped him with her bare hands. Like, dude had handprints around his neck. Like, I said, I don't know what the water said. So I woke up straight that morning. Literally, you can hear me stuttering in the voice text. Now, y'all, since then, I done had about 3-4 phones. And literally, when I tell you that I left it, and she told me, that was Ezra Lee Dantor. That's why I told you, don't do nothing. Yeah, because she had me stuttering. Now, it's not a lot that I'm afraid of. It's not. Now, if you want the truth, I believe, I can say right now, if God was to lead my life, that I'm afraid of. That I'm afraid of. Like, don't leave me. Don't ever leave me. But I'm telling you. And yeah, she explained that was the salute to her. That was the greeting. I was like, bruh. So that's what she had me say. And she put it on me. She was laughing. She told me later that she was laughing. I didn't know right then. I'm over there nervous like, bruh, she finna kill me next. I was like, and I told her, I said, I'm listening from now on. I'm listening. Ooh, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. I'm listening. I'm listening. She said, don't. I'm with her. Don't. Didn't know she was a killer for real. I literally said that. Didn't know she was a killer for real. And the more that I learned, I got past that. She is a mother full of love. She is a mother. She is a protector, full of wisdom, full of knowledge, full of understanding. Trust me, when you get past the first thing that they do, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be next. Like, I don't want no smoke. Like no. I don't want no smoke. No, none at all. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. And it dawned on me later that she drank the vodka. Because I was like, she really drank it. She really did take the vodka. I was shocked. Among the other things, like God showing up in lives, taking whole closets. If you go to my YouTube, you will see those lives. Matter of fact, I believe it's with me and Iman that day. God had told us to get on live. You will literally see that. Yeah, She proved that point more ways than one. She proved that point. She did. I see that. 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 I truly see that. But y'all, when I tell you that I have seen more favor of God, and before I say that, if you don't mind, Mr. Yahweh, before I say that, because I didn't finish, it was Ezra Lee Dantor that gave me my apartment when I lived over here on West Ward. It was Mama Dantor that gave me my apartment. And Iman told me in the reading that she's going to turn your life upside down in a good way. Like she's gonna move you out of this. She asked me, how long you been there? I told her how long. Literally, y'all, over the next couple of weeks, I was in my place. I was in my place. Yeah. B-Lolo. Literally. That was the one who gave me my apartment. And then, and let me tell y'all something. If Misha Nino tell you there is a horse on the roof, get the horse a carrot and go out there and give it to him. Get that horse a carrot and give it to him. Because everything she says come to pass. And when I'm going to say this because a lot of godparents won't have uncomfortable conversations with you. Some of them will be intimidated by you. Some of them won't tell you because they want to keep you under their feet. But Misha Nino will have a word with you. I remember, I will never forget this conversation. Listen, Linda, I will never forget this conversation. Y'all, when I went on my lives, my voice would be low. Like, my voice would be low. When I would come on the live. She said, don't get on there trying to be all sexy and everything else. Just say what they say, and get on off the live. She said, I'm telling you what they telling me. Just stop that. I was like, bro, how y'all gonna call me out like that? I wouldn't even mad. I was more so laughing. I was like, how they gonna call me out like that? I mean, like, player, like, they just called me out. She's gonna tell you exactly what they say. She's going to tell you exactly what God said. She's going to tell you what the Loa said. She's going to tell you what the ancestors said. She's going to give it to you straight. Another conversation. Don't ever tell Ezra Lee Freda when she sent your godparent. Don't say you don't do love work. Please don't say that. Don't even say you don't do self-love work, okay? Just don't say nothing but yes, ma'am. Just say that, okay? Just say that. Don't be like me. Let me help you. Don't be like me and you in the kitchen cleaning and Ezra Lee Freda comes herself and says, so you say you ain't doing what? Now mind you, Iman was live. So why you won't do love work? Listen, that kitchen got cleaned up in 15 seconds. I was woo. And what got me is when they said the same thing at the same time. Oh, I'm going to get what I want. Iman asked me, why don't you do love work? I said it's too messy. People get in these relationships. They want to get in a relationship. They're not healed. Then they want you to tell them, dude, and hit them with the car. But they want to know will they still be together. I'm like, but dude, hit them with the car. I don't want no parts of that. I ain't doing no love work. That's too much. Like, get your own will. Get your own life. Yeah, I was like, no, but no. Lord. No. What? Ima, you be throwing blows, man. You be throwing blows. You be throwing blows. Yeah, I remember when he told me that. That's when he was making everything make sense for me. And that's when he told me, now, if y'all ever want to see someone that is pleasing to God, that knows what total obedience is, Misha Nino. When God told me that he would take her, I told him, you better take me too. I said, because I'm assuming you got your back turned and I got a list. You don't want to leave me here. You don't want to do that. And I said, then who's going to stop me? Because you know I ain't listening to nobody else. Who going to stop me? I remember saying that. Yeah, because I said it. I said, because I go back to yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Yep. Get off the phone. Grand Abundance, welcome in. What's up, sis? But literally, I would go back to, I literally told God that, like, bruh, you just now making everything make sense. You better not take her. I said, because I'm going to tell you now. You like your world all sweet and nice, right? You better take me too. Because I swear I'm going to think you got your back turned. I literally said that. And he told me he wasn't going to take it. He told me. Because I told him, if you do, kind sir. And I told him what he said. I did because I was shocked. And he compared her to Enoch. And I cannot, and I promise y'all, I cannot blame him. I cannot blame him. Let me say this. I will look at y'all comments from there in a second. And whoever else come in, Grand Abundance, welcome in. The integrity, the sincerity, the pureness of heart, the willingness to do, even when at times I looked and said, I'm going to tell you, I looked and said, I see how. I'm talking about a pure heart. And I'm going to say this, Abba and Iman, sometimes I think this world don't deserve you. Sometimes I think that. Oh, wow. Hey, Grand Abundance, guiding love. Wow. Sometimes I think this world don't deserve you. Because y'all have such hearts like God. If there ever was a set of people that I would say that about, it's y'all. Sometimes I think people don't know what it's like to sit in the presence of people who obey regardless of how they feel. And I'm going to say this on a personal note. Everything that I've been through, with people not wanting to pay, with people who wanted to half-ass do it. Now, I'm saying this from having godchildren and still do. Because, like I said, this is not the only path. In this path, I'm only at the first step. So, at my first step. So, let me say this to some people. No, I haven't got my final initiation. Quit assuming, because people making an ass out themselves. I just want to say that and make that clear. I'm initiated in Obia and other paths. Some I am an advisor to. Some are actually my godkids. So I know what it's like when stuff happens, when they don't keep the word, when they have do a thing, or when they're not completely obedient. And when you do work for other people and you have clients and the client don't pay, or they don't keep their word, or they don't follow the instructions, or they half-ass it, or this the one that kill you the most, when they think they know more than you, and you the one that had to dig them out of the hole. When they think that they know more, or they get to a point where they forget to thank the vessel. That is something. Some of the things that God have showed me about y'all, I had never been floored like that in my life. There is only one other time I was like that, and that was with my grandmother. It was my grandmother. Grand abundance, welcome in, bro. It was my grandmother. And Tori, you right. Angels. And then some. People have no idea. A real godparent will tell you something, will tell you, listen, there are times when she said, listen, what's up, bro? Just celebrate my anniversary of 1 year as a Hugan. And literally, when I tell you that these two, you ever want to get you some godparents, and I'm going to tell you another thing. This is how I got my joy back when God sent them into the society that I'm in. Please know that I love y'all. Please know that I love y'all. Y'all are some genuine people. I said the same thing about you. I was like, is she even human? It's like some stuff people really didn't know. When I tell you, when I tell you, and then certain things that I have seen them do. Let me tell you something. A lot of people would not have that integrity, especially after their name has been dragged through the mud. You mean to tell me they still did exactly what God said, did exactly what the Lord said? That is a real heart belonging to God. That is a real mindset belonging to God. That's that Holy Spirit move right there. That's that God's love move right there. That's a real move right there. So I'm going to be honest. I'd have been in that same situation. Listen. I love you too, Iman. I love y'all. And to my society, I love y'all. And I'm very much proud. That's how come when I come on your comments and I say your statuses and I say 100, I mean exactly what I said. There's not a jealous bone in my body. And you know the one thing, I'm going to tell y'all something. You may not believe it, but the minute that I see Iman and Abba sitting down relaxing, well deserved. I literally clap. They have no idea. I be clapping. Well deserved. I mean, they're the hardest working people I know. The hardest working people I know. They are always doing work. They are always busy. And what gets me, how in the hell do you have time to talk to your god kids? Like, what y'all maybe waving a magic wand or something? With all the stuff that you have to do? What y'all doing like hocus pocus or something? What the hell? And that's true, you ride for each other. And I literally celebrate you. I literally celebrate you. Because legit, I am so grateful to be around people. I love you too, Miss Sue. I'm so grateful to be around people in this life where I can truly say I feel. where I can truly say I feel the love, even to the point of getting my joy back, getting my excitement back. And let me say this: I hadn't been excited in a long time. When I first come in towards Konzo, and I'm gonna say this: you literally be looking for Jesus, okay? Because you didn't know. When I tell you that it all started to make sense, there were things that I didn't know. I didn't know how long the Lord had been walking with me either. Boy, I had a dream where Iman let me was Freda. I literally said, you deserve to rest and realize you are working too much. Legit. Now they stay on it. Sometimes they go to bed late. They stay on it. Which serves for both Ima and Ezra-Lee Freda, for real. One in the same. There it is. What this song said, there it is. For sure. One in the same. Because like when you hear the love, when you hear literally what's being said to you. Because when I tell you they in sequence, like listen, like no other. One in the same. And this is why I do what I do. This is why I don't ever have a problem posting. And yes, I repost lives and everything. Oh, and by the way, some of y'all on YouTube, bro, you on YouTube too? Yeah, I post them lives. I'm gonna post some more. So just, if you see yourself, go to bed and get up. See. So if you see yourself on YouTube on Rude Boy Sean Guyton, that's my page. If you want to see the past lives where God have showed up and where God have come in, it's on there. But it's the truth. Because I'm literally like, when they gonna have a good time? When they gonna relax? Like, when do they sleep? Like, sir, I know we got to do work, but sir. But literally, and I'm going to make y'all laugh. Coming up to Konzo, y'all, I was supposed to catch the airplane like Iman said. Remember when I told y'all, if she tell you something, you better believe it's there. If she tell you a horse is on the roof, get that horse a carrot. Go outside and feed him. Literally, she told me, she said, you should fly. She said, Mama, you should fly. No, I want to catch the bus. I was nervous. Listen to what I'm saying. I was nervous, okay? Why that dude go to sleep and delay everybody 12 hours? Yeah. And I would. You know what? I'm going to get to that in a minute, Miss Sue. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Yeah, I see he do. So even as and let me say this, as a God parent. Hey, twin, Grand Abundance, welcome in, twin. Now, this is the one that would hear me stop breathing in my sleep when we would fall asleep on the phone. This is my twin, y'all. If you ever need a reading, Tori's in here, Makai, he's in here, Iman's in here. Like, you got some hell of a readers in here. Like, they are the GOAT. But when I tell you, listen, Linda. But I tell you, the way that God brought me through. On the way to Konzo, I was supposed, like I said, was supposed to catch a plane. So I had to get to Houston, jump on a plane. Now, I didn't know about Fort Myers. I flew all the way to, I believe, Orlando. And literally, yeah, and that's another one. If she say the horse is on the roof, trust me, it's out there. Please, get him a carrot and go and let him eat. That's another one. But literally, and I do read this myself, but on my lives, I like to shout out my fellow people, especially when I know they're doing the real thing. But literally, I had to, when I got there, I was already looking crazy. I was going to catch the bus down to Grand Abundance. Grand Abundance, what's up? One love. I see you, cuz. I was going to catch the bus down to Iman's house, Lake Placid. And when I tell you, truth, when I tell you that literally, I didn't get a chance to do that. I didn't get a chance at all to literally do, and let me explain what I mean. I had to catch a plane because it was a 12-hour delay. And so when I got there, I had to call Iman and tell her where I was. Of course, they came and got me. It was 2 hours away. And literally, when I tell you that I was so glad that I got there on time, and that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. But when you are around, and then I'm going to go to the ending of it. But when you are around real people who's really connected to God, who's really connected to the Lord, who's really built their relationship, and they are elders and their heart is pure towards you, listen, you learn like no other. You learn like no other. And you will cherish that. You will. You will cherish that. And when I tell you, even, and I'm going to say this because after Conzo, if we would have, as I called the Greyhound back, if we would have, y'all, literally, if we would have switched Greyhound buses, because the young lady's ancestors showed up. Listen, I brought that up to somebody the other day. I was like, they got spirits driving cars now. But anyway, look, listen. Okay, all right. But literally, I'm gonna tell you this. Literally, if we had a switch buses, if we would have got on there, the bus driver would have been lost her life. We all would have got shot. That was the first one. The second one was in Louisiana. If she would have took that one, she would have lost her life because they had passed. To show you when things are necessary for you to do. And I'm going to send a shout out to Ifa Bayo. Now I know what you mean by when you get your life saved. Now I know what you mean. And when I tell you that you truth, when I tell you that could have been gone. So when these steps are necessary, take those necessary steps because it saved my life. Because I should have been gone. I should have been gone right out the console. Now, mind you, not just a few times. Yeah. I was supposed to be gone. But what got me, the woman's ancestry was her mother that showed up. And because she was finna put everybody off the bus and everything. She was finna put everybody off the bus. Everybody. Because she was like, who's smoking a Newport? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put you out there, motherfucking bus. And they be smoking that Newport. She was she was going. So when we got to Louisiana that morning, cause it was raining the night before we got there, and it was pouring down. She had to stop. So she was radioing that she couldn't make it because she had to pull over. So that morning I told her, I said, listen, that was your mom. Your mom is the one that smoked Newports. And I was like, I'm not even supposed to be doing all this here. I'm trying to get home. So I'm telling her, and she starts crying. I said, it was your mother that was keeping you safe because that driver died. She said, you didn't know that. I said, that driver died. I said, there's another one they're going to try to tell you to switch up with to work a double. You say no because that driver's going to die. Don't take it. I said, get me to Houston so I can get home. And that made me very upset, Mama, because I told you to take a plane. Yeah, you had told me to take a plane back and I didn't do it. I literally caught that bus on the way back. I did. I literally caught that bus on the way back. And what was so crazy, technically, it was gonna when I got to Orlando, it was supposed to delay me for 2 days, and God showed me favor there before I even got to that situation. That the driver literally that was going to Atlanta said, you long story short, you ain't got to wait to go. Get on the bus. I will take you to Atlanta and you will pick up and go. There's other ones that somebody else is going to give you favor. He was right because by that night, it was supposed to take me 2 days to leave out of Atlanta. By that night, I was on there and gone. I was gone. On my way. And that's when I ran into that driver. And technically, yeah, I was supposed to be shot. I wasn't going to die, but I was supposed to be shot. And when she was obedient and did not accept that next offer to change, she said, nah. She was like, I even got a bus full. And true enough, she did. She had a bus full. She had a bus full. So literally, we literally rode in, and by the time I got home, it was Ogoose Day. I can't believe Willow remembered that story with the lady who told us that a Mumbo told her that Dan Tour wanted her to buy. Yeah, it was Burgo. It was Burgo. The one I call Burgo. I believe the lady was out of Dominican Republic. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know it either. That's why it was so funny to me that night. Because it was, matter of fact, it was Nephew's live. It was James live. Of course, we was on the line. She said, how could I forget? Yeah, because she was saying she drove. She told my boy, then told her, so where's my car? So I can drive it. Huh? Wait a minute, man. So when I tell you that, when I say that I'm grateful, there's a number of times when my life was saved. There's a number of times where I should have been gone. And like I said, how you know you're in the right house is when the favor of God, and sometimes in spite of your decisions, in spite of getting some things wrong, shows you favor. And you literally, and y'all hear me when I say this, give you favor. Now in your obedience, let me tell you something. I will never forget it because this was after Conzo. That's when Lee Freda paid me $1,000 for a conversation. Listen, when you obey, even though it's conflictive, but you still get paid $1,000 when you obey. Listen, when you get so much favor that you go in places where money can't pay for it, and you see the favor of God, That's how you know when you're in the right place. When you see the favor of God. When you literally make decisions, and some of your decisions are not always right, but God shows you favor. Now, I'm going to tell you something. On this journey, I had to do a lot of facing myself on this journey. This 1 year has been a doozy for learning wisdom and knowledge and understanding as well. But let me say this for those who are getting on this journey, getting ready to get on this journey, for those who are in their spiritual paths. The one thing that I say, pay attention to detail. Crawl before you walk. Walk before you run. Pay attention to detail. And like I said, I haven't taken my last step yet. And I explained that at the beginning of the live. And I'm going to say this with all, as Iman say, with all due respect. Take your time. Learn. Pay attention. Now, I'm not going to promise you that you're just going to be perfect. You're going to learn. But own it. Own it. Accept your healing, because when I tell you that, like I said, who knew that I would not be that angry person from years ago when God had a plan and He sent people like Iman Ava, Misha Nino, and O'Neal, and send you a society full of people that's filled with love. Who knew? And send you people like Willow, quite a few of y'all on here that's full of love, and that literally you've had fake friends. You know what it's like to have your back stabbed and all of that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But literally, I am not that same person that I was years ago. Who knew? Because I remember when I said that I wasn't voodoo. It's in one of my lives. I remember when I said it. When I said I wasn't voodoo, that I wasn't this, I'm pure darkness. And yes, sincere love. Who knew? Who knew? From getting an invitation and everything, like it could leave the world or stay. Who knew that I would be able to see the level of spiritual growth? Who knew? So when I tell you that it's worth it, you won't regret it. Like, even with my faith, even though, let me say this, John the Baptiste, sir, I am still blown. Sir. Like, still, in front of family. In front of family. Sir. In front of family. So when I tell you that, when I say that, that's like an inside joke, because one of the things that they deal with is everything. There is no part of your life that's off limits. When it comes to God, there is no part of your life that is off limits. They're going to instruct you in every level of your life, including teach you in every level of your life. So when I say that I am grateful for this anniversary, when I first got done with Konzo, I wasn't able to celebrate, and I understand that better now. At the time, it was back-to-back funerals. Let me just say that when the Loa go to an extent, and will take it, and God will take it to an extent of protecting you, of keeping you, and also keeping you sane, I'm grateful. So when I say that I am so grateful. Like I tell people, I'm grateful for my seat at the table. I'm grateful for my seat at the table. I'm grateful. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I am so honored to be a spiritual son. No, nobody knows what that does for me. To be able to be a godchild. When you've had to lead, when you've had to do, and you can actually now sit down and learn and gain wisdom, gain knowledge, build a relationship, and something you can take your time with, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And I'm going to tell you, other people have been giving me sounding good advice. But like I said, I'm going to give a shout out to Ifa Bayo. I know what you mean when you say it saved your life. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. I was supposed to get cancer and die. Hear me when I say it. Hear me well. I'm supposed to get cancer and die. Like I said, who knew God had a plan? There were times that I requested to leave this earth. Who knew God had a plan? And when I say things make sense, when you find out this whole time what's been working in your life, that God would use the Loah as angels, archangels will come into your life and orchestrate different things, you would literally see the power of God. And let me say this to those out there who don't understand Voodoo. Now, I'm in Haitian Voodoo. And yes, I do have a bloodline there. The roots run deep. I'm going to say this. Until you know the number of the angels and know their names, please don't tell God how to do that job. And please don't tell him what name that he can and can't show up in. Please don't. Sometimes you have to let God, be that author and finisher of your faith, and lead you, even though you may not understand your journey. You may not understand everything until the point of a situation, until the point of a circumstance, because some of us don't know our strength until we get into different situations where sometimes it's tested and you find out that you have more strength than you gave yourself credit for. That's why I'm thankful. Not only that, let me also say this. In your journey, if you really pay attention, every day they'll give you a confirmation to keep going. They'll give you a confirmation that they are with you. Sometimes it comes in conversations. Sometimes it comes in animals. Sometimes it comes in just someone telling their story. Sometimes it comes with you hearing it on TV. Sometimes it comes in different ways. It'll come in a dream. It'll come in this or that. But know that you know that just when you think that you have to do it by yourself and take it from somebody who thought they had to fight every battle and everybody by themselves, you will find that they are with you. All they want you to do is really get out the way. And I was watching a live. Grand Abundance, welcome in. I was watching a live, and y'all, I will tell you this. The guy said people are always calling spirits. They always calling this, calling that. What, you can't fight? That's what he said. Let me tell you something. Some of us, the spirit is not asking you to fight. The Spirit is asking you to get out the way. Because sometimes you would take it too far. Grand Abundance, welcome in, Isabel. Sometimes you will take it too far. I was one of them people. If you think you finna get into where you put my life in danger and you playing with me, see, I was one of them people, yeah, honey, I would go ahead with you. But when you get in a class called sit down and let them do it, you learn very quickly why you want them to do it and not you. Sometimes they're more pettier than you. And sometimes they show you the bigger picture. You know, the one you didn't see. And sometimes they can deal where you can't. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Sometimes when a person do something, that karma, that reap what you sow, is worse than what you thought to do. So let them do it. And like Iman said earlier, keep your hands clean. Now some of us know all too well how to get our hands dirty. But I'm thankful. And again, this live is dedicated to the Most High, Mr. Ancient of Days, Mr. Yahweh, Mr. Elohim, Mr. El Shaddai, Mr. Adonai, Mr. I Am That I Am. It's dedicated to the Loah. I am very much grateful. Very much grateful for a journey that literally changed my life. And to Misha Nino and Mr. O'Neal, Abba, and Ima, thank you for allowing me to have a seat at your table and to see the change in my life. Now I'm going to go because now I'm going to cry like a $2 hoe. And it ain't going to be worth 2 cents. But I love y'all and I thank you. I thank every one of y'all that's an instrument of love in my life. We may not talk much, but we know that we got each other's back. And to all my others, future sisters and brothers and fam and spiritual fam, thank you for showing me love that I never seen before. Thank you. And if and I always hold space with this. Do anybody have anything to say before I close out the live? I'll wait a few minutes. But yeah, I am so grateful to God, so grateful to the Loah. I'm just grateful. I love you too, Willow, and I'm honored. I'm honored that y'all are here. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all made this live beautiful. Y'all made this live beautiful. The Loah, the Most High, all of y'all made this live beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Because, y'all done see me through some stuff. Twin, thank you for being you and for talking to me when no one else did at that time, especially during the times on the phone where you would hear me stop breathing and you would see certain gifts. And like with her, that's a gifted soul. Willow is a gifted soul. These are beautiful souls. Tori is a gifted soul. Misha Nino, gifted soul. These are pure-hearted people. There are so many of y'all in here. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Miss Sue, gifted soul and beautiful. And pure heart. Thank you. Listen, Listen, I still didn't get to the iceberg. I kind of skipped around, but thank you. And I love y'all. I love y'all. And for some of y'all, thank you for your patience and your prayers. Some of y'all was praying hard, Lord. Like, get this mofo. Get this mofo. So thank you. Thank you. Your prayers have paid off. Thank you, and I love y'all. Is there anyone else before I dot off on you? Because I'll wait a few minutes because I really don't have anything else to say except that I'm grateful. And to Mr. Ancient of Days, thank you. Mr. Dambala, thank you. Because again, it all started making sense with the paths and the birthright and the roots in my family. And I'm so grateful. All right, if no one else has anything to say, I love y'all and I bid you a wonderful, abundant, beautiful night. Peace.